Yes, yes, none other than Edmund the General, also known as the brand. Today's topic is how can black people come together? The solution. Make sure you check out the website www.edmundthegeneral.com. This information is available there, not just for you who's viewing this on YouTube, but for anyone else who has come across this platform. This message is for the people to understand, have these type of discussions, and to put these things into action. Let's read. I'm tired. I'm tired of going online and listening to my black people bicker and babble about how people say, and remember, this is our own people, they say we can't work with each other. Blacks ain't shit. You can't trust black people. You can never hire black people, and the list will go on and on and on and on. This is a bunch of bullshit, and no one is talking about solutions to change the narrative. Keep in mind, people online, people on panels, people in the media, activists, everybody is always quick to identify the problems that we are having. Always. Never the solution. If we keep saying these things about each other, how do you expect for other races to respect us? Keep in mind this rule. People will be treated the way how they would want to be treated. And on too many accounts, it's clear that we as black people have no respect for each other. So it's not surprising when you see blacks being treated with no respect, no love, and is stuck with that stigma that we cannot be trusted. And the reason why is because we are already saying these things about ourselves. Another gripe is that black people don't like the fact that other people, other races, are using the word nigga or call us the word nigga. I listen to a lot of Americans, black Americans, especially on YouTube. That might be a bad example, but YouTube seems to be the wave that people are moving towards, and a lot of these black Americans use that in their everyday language. Not everyone, but a large portion of them. And now, when it comes to the policies that YouTube has, they will demonetize your account if you're bringing up issues or cures. If you use the word cure for cancer, or if you are having a solution to COVID-19, and you're able to bring up issues and things that will remove these ailments and sicknesses, they will immediately remove your video and potentially destroy your account with no coming back. Funny thing is, even though you can't talk shit about any other culture, which is wrong in the first place, but black people do it to their own. Using the word nigga is something that they will allow, and they're okay with it. They're okay with it. And I believe it's the reason of using it as a regular daily vocabulary. That word is just, it just runs off the mouth. You see it in movies, everywhere. Now, I am certainly not going to be giving out any more issues that blacks are having internally. We, the people, know what other issues that we're battling with internally. I'm already exposing too much, but this has to be heard. Something has to be done. Another thing that I find which is interesting is black people, the so-called black community, does not have a black leader. We cannot actually look to like someone, point a finger and say, yeah, we have these few people that will represent us and that are actually making a change, actually doing something, taking things into action, doing things on a daily basis where we, the people, where we could see, hear, and acknowledge that these issues have been taken up by them and they're actually doing something as a whole to make change. The only people that I've seen that have been effective are Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, and there will never ever be another one until we, the people, can come together as one and have these discussions. A solution would be to put an APB, whatever you want to call it, alerting all blacks from all over the world. We need to link up onto this one channel, this one station, this one Zoom, this one whatever platform that you would like us to all go on to have this discussion. There needs to be peace. There needs to be a lot of listening. You know what? Let's keep it moving. There's too much hate, too much pride, too much ego and jealousy within our community. All of these people that you see money grabbing in the media, claiming that they are for the black community, they do not represent black people. Keep that in mind. What does Polar say? Let's be clear. Let's be clear. So the $1 million question is, how do we as black people come together as one? How do we unite? Now, there's only 11 things that have been brought up. Not everything has been brought up, so keep that in mind. Only 11 things have been brought up, but these 11 things are what I believe would be effective. Number 1, set your pride aside and listen before you speak to one another. This shit about speaking with passion when you raise your voice to get your point across is nothing but utter garbage. We all know how to use our inside voices, okay? If you're incapable of getting your point across without raising your damn voice, barking or name calling, putting the other person down, then you really need to look in the mirror. You need to practice. Make sure you get that straight before you come back out into the community and to society. Because I can't stress this anymore, man. Communication and open communication, open dialogue, peaceful dialogue is very important. 2, stop saying the word nigga. You can't help the fact that people from other races are listening to you, to us, the music that's being played on the music, online, wherever. The people that they interact with, their surroundings. You can't help it. If people see how you communicate with each other, they are going to mirror it. Let me repeat that again. If people see how you communicate with each other, they are going to try to mimic it. It's not a secret that people's approach and how they speak amongst each other is based off of how they see you treat and speak to one another. Now, if this means that you gotta ban the music, ban the word, throw it all away. I am for throwing it all away. I've made things for myself where I say the word. I don't mind throwing it all away if we all come together as one to make this type of change. Until then, no, I'm not. Isn't that how it works? If somebody sees that someone's doing a business, nobody typically gets involved at the beginning because they're scared, they're in fear, they're not too sure. The only time that they start to get involved or where they want to actually do something is when they see more people jumping on the quote-unquote bandwagon. It's a damn shame. 3, remove the blacks that are not for unification. We need room for progress and not for those who will keep us behind and taint our reputation. And keep in mind, reputation is everything. Everything. 4, show respect for each other. Remember, change starts from home. If we learn to have respect for each other, that will flow throughout the rest of our people, the so-called black community. Number 5, remove gang, gun, and violent music. The influence on the weak-minded is at an all-time high. Generational stupidity can be attached to the music being played. A lot of people or idiots think that this music is cool, and this pandemic of idiocy is reigning throughout the streets of not only America, but throughout the entire world when it comes to the lyrics being said. In my opinion, if we really want to see change, we need to throw this away. Throw it all away. Number 6, create more black-owned stores, banks, jobs, facilities, communities, insurance programs, finance programs, schools. We need more of that. Movie stars, activists, athletes who are black have this ability to do so. So why don't they just pull together and start building? I always wondered that. They all have this message. They're all in this so-called industry. They're all making this money, and they just can't seem to pull together and do something as one. This is how you know that there's division, and this needs to stop. These people have the ability to do these things, provide jobs for other blacks, and if in doing so, the money will certainly circulate. The barbershops, the hair salons, the West Indian stores, these people, our people, they already have this underway. They already have it in motion. They are already circulating the money within the black community. We need to start pushing these out with more facilities to do this as a whole. It's not a secret. Asians hire Asians, or Jews hire Jews, or Indians hire Indians. They're keeping it within themselves. If we follow this blueprint, there's no stopping us. Number 7, throw away those people claiming that they are for the people or for the community, but who are selective who they should support. We all know that this is a given. We all know the people that are actually doing this. Let's give one example. Black Lives Matter. Where are they now? We just heard about someone stepping down. We all see that the selectiveness that they choose when it comes to the people that they want to put on display and attempt to get the people riled up to make a change. We see it. Number 8, eliminate the hate between black males and females. the the black hemisphere, not what is it? The black manosphere. And then we have the women out there who speak against black men. This needs to stop. The bottom line is we need each other now more than ever. And let me break this down into simpler terms, all right? Black women want a man who will provide, who is thoughtful, understanding, willing to listen, have discussions, and let's not forget security. Black men want a woman who is supportive, understanding, gets pussy on a regular, could cook, clean, take care of the kids. These are simple things that both parties are looking for. Simple things. These people online are making things complicated, and they're just drawing it out. From what I understand, these people are going on for years and years and years, draining the shit over and over again, getting donations, getting onto the public, getting into the media, talking about the same shit, and there's nothing that they're saying that will change. Stop it. Number 9. Stop having kids out of wedlock, or at least in a setting where the father or mother is not interested in taking care of their child or children. There's no need to get into the single moms this or the deadbeat father that, because both parties are committed or have committed themselves into having sex. I believe there needs to be a few ground rules before engaging in these cases that would potentially or accidentally have a child in the future. Talk it out. Talk it out, especially if one is having like a one-night stand. This sounds stupid, but I believe this will be effective. I believe so. I believe so. Now, it needs to be discussed, and I believe at least a written contract should be made, so that in case if one person backs out, then there's ground rules for action to take place. Number 10, quit being jealous of what the next person is doing. Quit being jealous of what the next person is doing. It's going to be hard for a lot of people because it's in their nature. It's in their nature to be jealous. Practice makes perfect, okay? And finally, number 11, learn your history. Never forget the crimes that were made against us black people. Never forget the horrors that have come our way. Never forget the police harassments, the brutalities, nor the thoughtless killings, or even slavery that befell upon us. It doesn't mean that we need to contain that hate, but we need to wire that, trigger that. We need to have an outlet where we'll be bettering ourselves and to our fellow blacks around us, okay? Knowing this will shape our future. These things are what I believe could be the answers, solutions to the majority of our problems within our own so-called black community. We need solutions to be a better person, to be a better community. And I believe these things can help. It's a start. It's not everything. I never addressed everything, but I have addressed the majority of them, at least the most important things to me. Everything starts from home. And because our homes right now are currently dirty, racists from all over don't have respect for it. They'll walk in with their shoes on, throw things on the ground, treat it like shit because we don't care about our own place. But once we clean house and things look a way more presentable, then that respect factor will come into place. Edmund DaGeneral, signing off. Hope you all have a good day.